Hello, planners, diaries, calendars sell in their millions every year. This is a great business to get into. I'm going to show you how to create a weekly planner as a PDF in InDesign. This can be a PDF for a print paperback book that you can sell on Amazon, or for a interactive or just a PDF that you can download and sell on Etsy or Zazzle or any other digital asset selling platform. So I've had most of my success on Amazon. This one I've selected is actually a monthly planner. It's made over $1,000 in profit on Amazon. If you scroll down, you see the bulk of the sales happened, of course, at the end of the year, at the beginning of the next year, but it kept on selling, making as much as nearly $90 in 1 month the following year. And that was just one planner. I sold a lot more planners on Amazon and made a lot more than that. So I'm going to show you how to make a weekly planner in InDesign. So you go File, New Document, or Command N, and we can do it for print and for online PDF, but you can choose print, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to go for letter size, I'm going to go for facing pages, and that has 1/2 inch margins all the way round. So we'll go create, and here is our InDesign document. We can do a save as now if we wanted to. We'll see we've just got one page there and a master page there. This is in the pages palette. I'm actually going to start working on the master page. Everything you do on a master page can be repeated on all the other pages. So if you're doing a document where some elements are going to be repeated on every page, then it's a good idea to use the master pages to do that rather than copying and pasting on multiple pages. So the first thing we're going to do is create a text box, and I've got the type tool selected, so all I have to do is click and drag. And it's going to snap to the margins that we set when we set up the document. Remember, they were 1/2 inch from either side. So we'll put January in there. Let's pick a nicer font. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Lovely little trick I'm going to tell you here. Shift tab tabs you over to the other side of the document, and here I'm going to go 2020, and now I'm going to use the selection tool V because I want to just move that text frame up a bit, and I'm going to copy that over to the other side by holding down Option. I'm actually holding down Shift as well, so it constrains to the horizontal, and let go, and that copies that text box over to the other side. I'm actually going to make that double click in there to get the type tool up, 2021 on the other side. So that's the easy bit done. I'm afraid now we're going to go on to the difficult bit, and we're going to create the weekly planner down on the rest of the page. And to do this, I'm going to create a text box, a big one here. I'm going to use tables in order to create this weekly planner, and you'll see why that's more useful. So I'll go up to Table, Insert Table, and I'm going to do 4 rows and 2 columns. Columns are vertical, rows are horizontal. Just imagine ancient Greek archaeological site, when they had big columns in their temples. So that's how I remember. Columns vertical, rows horizontal. I'm sure you knew that anyway. So there's our table. It gives us a bog standard table, but we want to do something very different. We want this column, first column, to be very narrow and the rest of it to be very wide. So we just have to drag the table out like that. I'm just going to close this pages palette. We don't need it. You know we're working on the master page. So I want this table to stretch for the whole of the page, so I'm going to pull the last cell of the table down to the bottom there, so it stretches the whole page. And then we got 3 very short rows and 1 hugely big row, and we want to make that equal throughout the whole of the table. So I'll just select all the cells in the table by clicking once I have that diagonal arrow up. So click once, that's selected the whole table. Then I control click on my MacBook Pro. That gets us up this drop down. And what we want to do is distribute rows evenly. We're going to put the dates and the days here. You'll see whenever I click in any of the cells, it gives me the cursor so I can start typing. I actually don't want it in the top left-hand corner. I want them all to be centered. I want them to be centered horizontally and centered vertically as well. So now when we click in any of the rows, it goes into the middle. But there's one more very important thing to do. In these cells, we want them split again because we want a cell for the day and a cell for the dates. So we're going to go split cell horizontally, and we want to do it to all of those. So here we can go Monday. Let's pick a nicer font, make it a little bit bigger, make it bold. Copy that, and then we want to paste this in here. And of course we want to type these into the correct days. And then here we want a date. So let's make that the 4th, and we want to choose a different font for that. Again, let's make it bigger, semi-bold. So we can put that there. And of course we've got to change this. 5th, 6th, and now we're going to hold down Option, drag that across to the other side, and as you know what we've got to do, we've got to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is going to be 8. Double click to select the text, 9, 10. And what do we do here? This is going to be the box for notes. So what we do is, with the type tool, you just drag right over all of those cells and then right click again to get that drop down, and we want to merge all the cells. It's made it shorter, so we're just going to drop that down the bottom of the table down there so it lines up with the bottom of the table down there. Get rid of that, and we'll align that to the left. If we select the whole cell, we'll be able to align it to the top, and we'll make it notes. It's looking like it's a little bit in the corner there. If we go to Window, Type and Tables, Table, get the table palette up, and then that gives us the padding within this particular cell. So all we have to do is increase that, and then the notes word is padded away further from the edge, so it doesn't look like it's stuck in the edge so much. It's a bit of a better design. So let's press W on the keypad and have a look at it without the guides. So we want to make that 2021, of course. So it's a little bit ugly, it's very perfunctory, but you get the idea. As you can see, we've been doing this on the master page, and so the first page of the document has, rather confusingly, just got the second page that we did on the master page. But there's a reason for this. What we want to do is, again, right click on the first page of your document in the Pages palette, and then insert pages, and we'll insert however many pages we want after page 1 using the master, a master. Okay, and then you'll see we have multiple pages all with the same template. So let's get rid of that first page. We drag the blank master over to the first page, and that gets rid of everything on the first page. So we're starting on page 2 of the document, and so that goes for the 4th to the 10th. So the next week should start on the 11th. So we click on this, nothing happens. That's because it's on the master page, and it doesn't become a live element until you Command Shift click on it, and then that makes it live, and then you can just change that to 11, and then that one to 12, and so you go on. And that's how you build your diary, that's how you build your planner, that's how you build your calendar. You call it what you will. So I hope that's helped you. If that is too difficult for you, here's one I made earlier. As you can see, I've made the cells of the table a little bit more beautiful. I've thinned the line down, I've put some fills on the cells on the left here. I've put these on the right on this occasion, and I've made a heading for the notes. I've also got some lines on the notes, and of course it goes through every month of 2021. So if you wanted to purchase this as a PDF or an InDesign document, and actually I'll show you at the end of it, there's an added bonus. We have the year at a glance there. If you wanted to purchase that, there's a link below in the video. But if you want to make it yourself with InDesign, you know how to. My name's Rob Coven. I'll see you in another video.